Yo guys, what's going on? I am George and this is You Wanna Watch. Welcome back to the shop and welcome back to another restoration. Today we got us a couple of British made tools that I'm going to get cleaned up. We've got 3 King Dick wrenches that I want to get cleaned up and looking good. We've got 2 Marples turn screws that I want to get cleaned up and looking good. And we have 2 Sheffield turn screws. So I say without any further ado, we jump right into it. Let's go. Alrighty guys, well let's get a good look at these. I've got 2 little King Dicks here that my buddy Jim from Hand Tool Restoration sent me. These things are in pretty good shape. I want to get them cleaned up just a little bit more, and that'll be it for these. I've got this large King Dick wrench that I found. It's in pretty rusty shape, so we're going to have to definitely do a little bit of work on this one. So that's that. Jim also sent me these 2 Marples turn screws. I want to get these cleaned up and looking a lot better. So we're going to do some sanding, new stain on the handles. And I have 2 Sheffield turn screws that I want to get cleaned up and looking a lot better as well. So let's jump right into this. Let's see. Need a thinner screwdriver here. Hopefully this comes out and make it a lot easier if it would. I don't know if it will. Oof. Let's get a little bit of lube on this thing. What do you think? Oil? Oil should work. Try and get that oil down in there a little bit. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? Sorry about that. Oh yeah, that's stubborn. Very stubborn. There we go. Alright guys, well, we got the wrenches all broke down. We're going to set these turn screws off to the side for right now. So here is the large adjustable King Dick. Here's the medium, and here's the itty bitty. This little guy, I don't want to throw him in the deoxy or anything like that. I do love that bluing that's on there. I think that's very, very classy looking, if that's showing up. And it's still in really good shape. I just want to do a nice clean to this one. This definitely needs a soak in the deoxy. It's going to need a heavy wire wheel and get all that funk off there. But then I'm going to go back over this with some bluing. We'll get it cleaned up that way. And this big King Dick here, well, this thing needs wire wheeling and a soak, so yeah. Yeah, that's in terrible shape. But we'll get them looking good. Let's go to the wire wheel. Alright guys, well the King Dick came out pretty good, man. That thing is silky smooth. What I think I'm going to do is clean this up a little bit and we'll start bluing it. So let's jump into that. So I got the little tiny one as dark as I want it. I'm going to try and match the bigger one to this color. So I'm going to oil this down and get this one put back together. That way I have a good reference of where I want to stop. Alright guys, well I feel we got a pretty good color match. This is the one that I wanted. Well, this is the original color that I wanted. I wanted to match this one up to this one, and I think we achieved it. It's not perfect, but it is damn close, and I'm happy with that. Real happy with that. They're in great shape. That's a pretty cool match. So, these are done. We're going to set those off to the side. I think we're going to start with the marbles and the little Sheffields. What I'm going to do is scrape the varnish off the handles, and we'll get going with this. Tedious work right here, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Wow, that varnish is so brittle. Get you in a little closer. Varnish is so brittle, it's literally coming off in flakes. Which is not a bad thing. It's going to make my job a little easier. Alrighty guys, well after a boatload of scraping, we got them down to what they look like right now. I'm quite happy with that. They're pretty smooth. I want to throw a natural stain on these handles, keep them looking like this. There's a lot of character left in the wood, which I'm quite happy with. So I think with these marbles, because they have the steel ferrules, I think I might blue these. I think they'll look pretty nice that way. The other ones, they got the brass ferrules, so there's no real reason to do anything with those. Yeah, quite happy with that. So let me clean up this mess and we'll start staining some handles. Alright guys, we're going to put some natural 209 on there. Oh yeah. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I'm liking that. I'm going to let that soak in. I'm going to keep going through and doing the rest of these. It's going to be the same process. Wiping it on. Oh yeah, it's giving it the look I'm looking for. Sweet! Alright guys, well after wire wheeling, this thing came out super clean. That was just 4 hours in the deoxy. But you can see the jaw's in bad shape. There's horrible casting on there. Horrible casting here. The back is all tore up. Looks like somebody used it as a hammer or something. But we're going to do what we can to try and clean this up a little bit. All I'm going to do is reprofile that, fix the jaw, fix the nasties on the top and bottom, and we'll do the back side of the handle as well, because that's kind of funky looking too. So let's start on it. Go. All right. Well, get the excess oil off of this. The King Dick came out absolutely fantastic. I am quite happy with that. That was a 4-hour soak in a DOXA, thrown back on a wire wheel, thrown on the 1x30. Cleaned up all the rough edges. The jaws are perfectly tight on this. Stoked about that. Single thumb operation here, no big deal. The smaller King Dick, this thing came out absolutely perfect, and the itty bitty bitty one, that one is phenomenal as well. The Marple screwdrivers, these things came out awesome. I am quite pleased with those. I really am. I do like how the ferrule, I went with the bluing on the ferrule, bluing on the shaft, distressed it a little bit, made it look a lot older than what it is. We clear coated the handles. The stain is natural 209, and we went over it with a Johnson's paste wax. So the screwdrivers came out fantastic. The turn screws, these are Sheffield turn screws. Again, we cleaned up the shafts, cleaned up the ferrules, sanded the handles down. We stained them in a natural 209, clear coated them, and buffed them out with a Johnson's paste wax. So again, all the tools that we restored today, I think, came out absolutely fantastic, and I'm quite happy with them. So that's it. Alrighty guys, well, we are all done with my British made tools. I am quite happy. I am overwhelmed with how they came out. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Like always, stay safe, be safe. We will see you guys next week with another. Bye.